what, 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 what?
Welcome back, everyone, to the podcast Vintage Vault, the podcast where we dive into the world of secondhand and sustainable fashion. I'm your host, Kristina, and today we have a really special episode. In fact, we will look at secondhand fashion through the eye of Generation Z. I'm Generation Z as well, and I'm really excited for this podcast because we have a special guest who will share their journey and insights into the world of secondhand fashion. But before we get into that, let's set the stage. First of all, what is Generation Z? Generation Z is often described as most eco-enthusiastic generation, and their aim for sustainability and a sustainable future is really remarkable. My guest, Eliza, she is one of those enthusiasts. She's a fighter for more sustainability and durability, especially in fashion. She's right now creating a website, actually, where she's sharing her knowledge, and she's with me in the studio today.
Hello.
Hi, Eliza.
Thanks for inviting me.
I'm so excited that you are here. Have you experienced the rise right now, the peaking trend that is currently going on in secondhand fashion?
Definitely.
Did you see that?
Everyone is thrifting. You see thrift hauls all around TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. More and more thrift shops are opening, especially online. More and more curated thrift stores as well. So there's definitely a rise up there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's the most trendiest thing ever right now. It's really at its peak. And what is motivating Generation Z even to go into thrifted finds and buying vintage and stuff like that? Let's find that out. I mean, let me ask you my first question. It's like, when did you decide to buy your first secondhand piece? When did you go into the secondhand world?
For me personally, I started thrifting on flea markets. I would go there every Sunday in my hometown, and I would just find brands that are usually very expensive, and I found them secondhand in a good condition for a really good price. So that's what gave me a lot of joy back then. So that's how I started this.
So you mentioned flea markets, and audience, it's not the only way to buy secondhand. In fact, there's so many ways where you can buy secondhand clothes and vintage clothes. You can go as Eliza to a flea market, but you can also find them online on websites that are really now, there's so many. There's Depop, there's Vinted, there's Vestiaire, there's so many different ones. But obviously you can also go to your thrift style down the walk, because there's so many stores coming up right now. We're here in Dublin, we're studying in Dublin right now, but also in our towns in Germany, there's openings everywhere about thrift stores. It's crazy how it's peaking up. And it seems like Generation Z really makes an effort to buy secondhand clothing there and is keeping them alive. So it's really unique sometimes what you wear, because it seems like you have those unique pieces that are just, you will memorize them when I see your outfit on the street. So how do you find those secondhand pieces?
I think for me, because I started thrifting so young, I guess, I already know what colors and shapes suit me, what I look for specific materials also. I don't shop clothes that don't fit me properly. It has to be really good shape. I have to be super sure about the piece that I'm going to buy. And yeah, I think you also have to know that you never know what you're going to find. It's always a surprise. That's what makes it very, very exciting. Basically, that's, yeah.
It's great. Could you give because our audience, or my audience, is Generation Z as well, and maybe one or another would now try to go more into secondhand as well. Can you give us 3 tips how they could do it like you?
First of all, don't be scared to experiment a bit. Sure, don't overconsume, don't buy impulsively. That's one important thing, but still try to figure out your style, try to figure out what you like. what suits you. And also invest into classics. That's definitely an important thing. We don't have much money, I know, but sometimes it's really worth it to invest in a good handbag, in a good belt, in a good jumper that will last you forever.
Exactly, like the really remarkable pieces with good quality. I feel like my personal fashion choice or secondhand choice for this is Vestiaire Collective. I love to just scroll the browser and just find vintage pieces there because I feel second-hand clothing has that quality that we don't have anymore in our like fast fashion world. How do you feel about Vestiaire Collective? Do you like it? Or because I love it.
Same. I did very great experiences with it. You get great deals on there. I know everybody's scared before using it because they think it's only designer, everything will be too expensive, but you can really make great deals on there. You can send them offers, the fast shipping, everything, and it's a great platform to find classic, timeless pieces. I would recommend it, definitely, for sure.
And also, really, audience, listen to me. It's sometimes good to invest in like few products or few pieces that are unique and in good quality, and then you style your outfits around them. But then you have them forever because the quality is better. It was better back in the day. So secondhand is really a good option for you to have treasures your whole life. So my tip now in the end of our podcast, because we're closing soon, is embrace fashion, try new styles, but also, most important, try to find pieces that have good quality and that you can wear all the time, because that is what makes secondhand sustainable. So with that being said, thank you so much, Eliza, for being on the podcast. I love talking to you, and you guys be curious about fashion, be curious about secondhand fashion, and
have fun.
Hunting, and the hunt is really what makes it fun, and it is fun. So thank you for everyone's attention, and see you in the next episode.